Okay, so this is part two of our plants and what is okay and not okay, right? So in the first section, I talked about, succulents, and then I talked about ivy, I talked about aloe, I spoke about air plants and bamboo, right? Now, those are like really, really, really easy to keep. Whether you have them in a peat, some kind of moss, or you have them in a dirt. If you want something a little bit more grand than those, okay? You want money trees, you want ficus, whatever the case may be. What I'm going to recommend is you purchase it from a nursery that can send someone out in a month to check on the plants, okay? Pay for a few months of service, let them come out. It's just a pit stop. That's it, right? If you are handling budgets, your company is generating thousands of dollars on a monthly basis. You have a great work environment. You have employees working at desks. You want them to be as efficient as possible. You can put that and attach it to some kind of budget, all right? And then you have the person come out that's going to make the pit stop every couple of weeks and just come and tend to the plants. That is good energy. Okay, I know a lot of business owners, they don't care about that. They just think about productivity. That's everything for them, right? That's food, water, bread, everything. But you have to think about the wellness of the persons that are in that space, that are working in that space. So I am going to highly, highly, highly recommend. There's tons of nurseries. You're going to go on Google. You're going to look up nurseries. If you can't find something that really identifies with what it is that we're talking about, then you're just going to go to the flower stores. Go to the flower stores. You could even, go to like your early morning flower markets and plant markets, right? You could even start there, right? So we've talked about, in the last video, we talked about where it is maybe okay to have artificial plants, and then the ones that I recommend on the low end for offices, right? So early morning plant markets, most major cities have them, okay? These are the people that supply the florists, the people that supply the florists, that supply the funeral homes and the weddings and all of that, okay? These are people that are making bouquets from scratch. They are building these floral arrangements. These people have flower accounts throughout the city, and they are part of like a beautification budget for that building. Now, when I say all of this, I'm thinking about New York City, but I'm sure most major cities have it, okay? The early morning flower markets, I'm sure they start as early as like 3 a.m., okay? They start as early as 3 a.m. If you're a person that goes out and you get your little jogging on, you go to the gym, you're that 5 a.m. gym person, you can make a stop before. You can speak to them. They are so knowledgeable, okay? Many of them, especially if it's a woman, okay? Especially if it's a woman-ran business. They are more than there just to collect your money and just sell you greenery wrapped in paper. Oh my God, what do you do with it? Like now it's all, what do I do with all this stuff, right? You can ask them. They will advise you. If you're in New York, that means that they have a plant district. It's not too far from Herald Square, if I'm not mistaken. You can like walk there, right? Is that Herald Square? 7th Avenue. That's 7th Avenue. I don't remember right off the top of my head, right? But they have these places, they have storefronts, they're just like all housed next to each other. These places, the people that run them, they are knowledgeable. Most times they're selling the vases. Most times they're selling everything that you need, and you just let them know, hey, I have a workspace. It houses 8 employees. It's full of light. I just want something to start, just to get our little scape going, our little floral scape, plant scape going inside of this workspace. We house 8 people on, that work full time. I do want something maybe that can clean the air, right? You let them know we get sun from this time to that time directly in through the windows. We have AC going all the time. You are going to want to explain what are the conditions inside of that workspace, and these professionals that sell the plants wholesale, they will be able to advise you. I have yet to meet one that just was not knowledgeable. They were knowledgeable, even though they're selling everything wholesale and large bulk, huge volume. They understand about the care of what it is that they're selling. Okay, let them know. Okay, this is what we're gonna do for now. Down the road, I don't know, do you know somebody that can connect me, that can come and, maybe talk to me, come into my space and see what plants will work good? I would like to get pricing, right? I'm giving you all of the verbiage, right, guys? I would like to get pricing on what it's going to cost on a monthly basis for these plants to be maintained. Are they going to fertilize it? Can they trim it? All of that. That is what I recommend. Okay, I recommend you finding, even on the small scale of what you can handle, all the way to the large scale of what you can handle. Okay, you can also incorporate minerals like Himalayan pink salt lamps. Okay, for the air, because air quality is really what this focus is about. All right, because vanity is important, but then also, how is it going to be maintained? How is it going to be cared for? You understand? How is it going to thrive in the space and not look, like people don't care nothing about nothing? No, we want our plants to do more than just be beautiful. We want them to serve us. So you can then choose plants that are going to be about cleaning the air. Lastly, what I'm going to touch upon is you don't have to have things sitting in pots, sitting in dirt. You don't have to. It's not that important, right? Bamboo, lucky bamboo, it comes in so many sizes. I think many of us are acquainted with the 4 basic sizes. But those of us who have housed them in our homes and have had them over long periods of time, they grow. They go slowly, but they grow. And they are just so glorious and so beautiful. I remember my first interaction with lucky bamboo on a large size one. I was living in Boston. I don't know if I was living in Boston, I was just visiting. But I was living in Boston at the time, and this guy, he was so fabulous. You could tell he was like in fashion or something, this Asian guy. And he was coming through with everything all wrapped up, and the leaves were just this dark, beautiful, vibrant, money invoking green. I will just never, ever, ever forget that. And I had to ask him, I said, where did you get that from? He's like, oh, I just got it in a little Chinese shop. It's just some bamboo. Let's put them in some water. It's going to be fabulous. And I had it by the end of the week. And for years, I've always kept them, okay? You do not have to have them in dirt. You just want to get a great glass vase or a vase that you can be able to check periodically what the water is like. Just add more water. If you see any telltale signs, watch a video on YouTube, for goodness sakes, right? But, just if you see any kind of yellowing happening, then more than likely, the whole plant needs to be taken out of you just take it out of the pot, you throw out the water, you clean the receptacle, and then under running water, rinse and with a wet cloth or something, and you just wipe down the roots of that plant and then put it back in fresh water. That's the end of that. And the same way, ivy can be maintained as well, right? You could get yourself little small bowls. Make sure that it has a substantial amount of stem that's going to be under the water so it can anchor itself in that bowl. And you guys just got to keep adding water to it until it gets gross. And if it gets gross for you, you just take it out, clean it out, add more water, and then you put it back, right? Those ivies, I mentioned 2 names of them in the first video. Listen, it's really, really simple, guys, right? So this is Shamrani from ProvidenceLifeDesign, right? I'm not your yes woman and the run-of-the-mill fluff and pillow decorator. I'm here to make sure that you have a full, beautiful quality of life that your space is going to facilitate, okay? So have a blessed one. Reach out to me if you need me for any kind of virtual consultation. Have a blessed one. Bye-bye.